Hey there, welcome to Module 2.3, Ensure Content Quality and Consistency. Okay, you want to go ahead and develop your standards, and in order to do that, you need to define what they are. You want to define clear criteria and you want to set specific guidelines for what makes your content high quality. This is different for everybody. High quality means that you are showing up, being consistent, and getting your message across. And whether that's the offer, whether that's getting people to be familiar with you, and the content, when you keep posting consistently, the quality of it will come up, right? But it doesn't matter if you just have a light and a camera, just get started. But so, and when you're defining the standards, you want to know what your goals are. Are you going to be specific with grammar, your style preferences, and the accuracy of your information, the tone of voice, and how you format? So style preference, you can see I like the magenta and the turquoise. That's what I have going on for most of these classes. It ties into my brand. I really like it. Also, the neon lights ties into my brand logo. And accuracy of information. Make sure that you're giving good information that people can take steps and actions to. And also the tone of voice. The tone of voice I want to think is when you're doing something specifically. Like right now, I'm teaching you. I'm going through a slide. I might make a joke or something, but at the end of the day, it's me. And if you know me one on one, which you folks are really going to get to know me because I'll be doing more lives. I'm gonna start doing lives now. The thing might change where right now I'm just talking to the camera, right? And I have some people to interact with. I might get a little sillier, but it's me. I'm being authentic. The only thing you might change about tone of voice is if you're doing a skit or something, it's comedic timing, or you're giving certain instructions, or the video needs to be fast. And I do that. I do change in my videos that I put on my social medias. I speed up to 1.2 because I'm a very chill talker when I'm explaining information. So formatting, this is the best formatting ever. This was given to me by my mentor. One topic, three bullet points. It makes things a lot simpler to explain and to break down, and it makes it really digestible. I love it. And you can find your style. This doesn't have to be yours, but you know that this is what you're looking for. That way, when you tie everything in, it's the same process. You're doing the same thing with new material, and it makes it easier. A lot easier for you to be organized. A lot easier for you to be consistent. And the formatting, I put it as an example 1 to 3, but also on my topics, I really prefer to do break them down into 3, 5, and 7 or 9. Sometimes it goes over, sometimes it's shorter, right? It all depends on the material that you're explaining or the information that you're giving. But at the end of the day, you know that it fits into your structure, and it's really nice too because when you're researching, you just have to like plug things in. It's perfect. And then you want to create your style guide. This is an actual document. We went over on 2.2 talking about your story map and mapping out all your content and your information. This goes along with it. That way, it maintains like one consistent. It's really good for branding and for you to follow, and in order for you when you go into outsourcing, which I'm about to talk about in the next slide. But you make this document and the guidelines that you want to maintain. You want to know what languages you're going to use, what the format is, what kind of headings, and you can see that with TikTok. TikTok, you'll go through people's feeds and they'll use the TikTok headers, and it's like uh, pasta salad recipe, apple cobbler recipe, and it's the same heading on the videos, and it creates a really nice, consistent, just tied in brand. It's really nice. And then, last but not least, okay, make sure all the content adheres to the same standards, even if it's being outsourced, which I was talking about in the previous slide. I kind of got ahead of myself. But if you have that sheet of paper that says, I want you to talk like this, um, curse words are allowed, curse words aren't, whatever it is that your audience is okay with, that you're using into your brand, right? Because people do different things. But if you keep that, I want this kind of language, I want the headings to be here, I want my information to be in bullet points. So when you outsource for somebody to edit for you, or you're having somebody research something on the side for you, then it comes to you in the order that you have it in your style. So you don't have to rework it. It ties all your branding elements together. And so tie them together too, like your logos, color schemes, font across all content and formats. This is super important for your blogs and social media. And then test it to see what resonates. You have to test it out, see what results you get, what kind of engagement you're getting, and then you'll see if you need to tweak it or change it, if some people like it or not. Honestly, I see it all the time. Sometimes I could use the same video, everything's fine, but they wanted it a little bit shorter. So I've learned that on some platforms I can give like a short, tiny, just like a little piece of like a taste, like at the mall, right? Where they have those platters where you're taste testing, or at Sam's Club. So just a little taste test, and that gets better reaction time. And then they'll go over and it converts more. So it's all little different things. And the video is the same exact style as the longer one. It was just shorter. So sometimes it's not even the style; it's just the time. Or sometimes the time is perfect, but the the header was in your face and it bothered people. They didn't want to watch it. So you just tweak and you change things and you make sure once you have that sweet spot, it translates over to all of your social media. All right, I appreciate y'all. I'll see you in module 3.